students, winter is coming. It will be cold and nasty outside, so you might probably need a warm scarf on your shoulders, like this one. I'm from the south of Germany. I was shocked as I came to Venlo 2 weeks ago and mentioned that nobody wears helmets on their heads. Don't you want to be safe? Don't you want to live longer? Don't you want that your parents sleep well at night? That's why I came with the idea of a helmet which looks like a scarf but has a built-in airbag inside of it. In short, you have a scarf, you don't have a car, but you have an airbag. And I understand your criticism. Some people would say, we're Dutch, we never wear helmets, or are we going to combine a scarf with a sensor? That's why I did some kind of external analysis to identify the possible opportunities and threats.
Is an idea of an airbag helmet new to you?
Yeah, I'd never heard of the airbag helmet idea before.
Are there existing sensors which can react on the position of a body?
Acceleration sensors that are used in phones or in hard disks can detect falls or acceleration. Yeah, you can detect the fall with it. When normally, if you're sitting, you have the gravity pulling on the sensor, and if you fall, you don't have it anymore. You can detect that, and then it explodes. It explodes. The airbag goes on.
What are the possible risks of a helmet?
Possible risk is, I think, that it has to be safe. It has to be certificated. People have to trust it. So it doesn't. They've tested really good, so it doesn't go off when it isn't necessary, and it goes off when it is necessary.
Hier in Nederland, de mensen op de normale fietsen, die gebruiken eigenlijk geen helmen. Kinderen soms wel, maar ook lang niet altijd. Ja goed, ik ben ambulanceverpleegkundige. Ik zie regelmatig mensen persoonlijk die vallen met een fiets en die ook met hun hoofd op het wegdek vallen en hoofdletsel hebben. Dus daarbij zou natuurlijk een helm natuurlijk wel heel goed zijn. Ja, ik denk dat heel veel mensen daar niet bekend mee zijn. Nou, ik weet toevallig wel, ik heb het recent gezien, 2 maanden geleden hier om de hoek, dat er een dame, was een Duitse dame, die had zo'n kraag om en die viel met de fiets en die kraag ontplooide zich over haar hoofd zo. En ja, ze valt op de grond en ja goed, haar hoofd was beschermd, er was niks meer aan de hand. Alleen had ze wel de stuur aan de buik gekregen en is ze alsnog met ambulance naar het ziekenhuis gegaan ter controle.
I think I would not, because it's not in Dutch culture to wear a helmet during biking. If you look outside, no one's wearing a biker helmet. And also I think it's not that pretty, it doesn't look that fancy, and it's very hot when it's on your head. If it's like a pretty scarf and you can wear it like as an accessory during the winter to keep you warm as well, I would definitely buy it. And if it's something airy for during the summer and it will prevent me from hurting my head or something when I fall down, then yeah, sure, why not?
I'm not very aware of the risks that bicycle riding brings with it. I do think if I would have had an accident, that I would wear something to protect myself.
I don't like something on my head. Maybe if I'm riding a bicycle very often and I see people falling and that kind of stuff, maybe I would wear it. Just only because it looks fancy.
Okay.
I think it's a great idea because of the multifunctionality of it. Because when you're wearing a helmet, it just has one function, to protect you from falling. I think airbag and a scarf has the function of keeping you warm in the winter and protecting you when you fall. So I think it's a better idea than a helmet.
You can build a prototype with a certain budget, but the final product needs to be built cheaply because not everyone wants to spend a lot of money on a helmet that needs to be replenished after one use. When it inflates, it should be a very bright color. Maybe you can integrate it into the design of the scarf. But when I see a bright orange color on the street, it gives me the sense that there's something going on, so maybe I can help. They are visible at night also, so it helps. It has an added functionality, not only the color for the design.